Hello everyone, welcome to another plan with me. Now I am moving into the winter spreads at long last. So I really enjoyed doing all of the autumn spreads with all of the autumnal colours, the purples, the pinks, the deeper reds and all that jazz. Absolutely loved it. But now it is time to dive headfirst into the winter and Christmas kits. For this week, I'm using a kit by Meow, and I am using a floral deco sheet to go alongside it from Letters to Apollo. I absolutely love how the whole thing came together. I think it is the perfect first December kit. I just love it's sort of a really cool tone, green and pink kit with a silver foil, and I'm obsessed with the whole thing. If you haven't heard me say before, Miss Meow sticker kits are in my top three. I love her kits so much. Her kits and Two Little Bees and Crafts by Thaowie. I think they're my top three. I do enjoy Sadie Stickers kits, but those three shops are my absolute top shops where I'll go to look for kits first. And Miss Meow is absolutely top of the list. I'm obsessed with her scallop circles, the clean lines that she does throughout on the quarter boxes and third boxes and labels and half boxes. The whole thing is just, they're always perfect for me, and I'm always able to plan with them. Really beautiful spreads, and this one is exactly the same. So the only thing I did a bit different is I wanted to use all of the boxes that came with the kit. So rather than do a checklist on the sidebar, I just used two of the big full boxes, and I love how that came out. I used at the top, a Polaroid that is a straight copy from Rachel from Gathered Plans. She's been doing that a lot lately. I did it in a recent spread. Sorry if you can hear me flipping through my planner in the background. I did it in a recent spread and I love how it looked. So I just kind of wanted to do that again with this kit and just make it look really wintry and festive, and I feel like I really achieved that and I absolutely loved it. I pulled in a script from Neddy Designs for the December kit, and then I pulled in loads of the Sadie Stickers line dividers. I highly recommend them. You get a ton of them on a sheet, and I used them throughout. You can see I used them in the sidebar, and I have used them to sort of cap off every full box at the top and at the bottom, and I love how it looked. The other thing that I have used throughout the spread is the winter, I don't know what they're called, but they're sort of wintry snowflake dividers, and they are from Letters to Apollo, and are they from Letters to Apollo? I could swear they're from Letters to Apollo. Apologies if I've got that wrong, but they are absolutely gorgeous. Again, really dainty. I love really dainty stickers, and I just think they made the spread look so much more wintry. On the date covers that you can see me laying down now, I just put one at the top and one at the bottom, and I chose to go all out with the spread, and I used my snowflake date dots. And I absolutely love how they looked. I love everything about this week. This week was pretty full on. And it was a pretty difficult week as well. So I won't go too much into the negative aspect of the week. But it was from sort of Wednesday onwards was really heavy at work, and was really difficult and was really emotional. And it's just a really tricky time at the moment. And it's not fun when someone that you work with is not very nice, and I'm currently trying to navigate that whole arena. So this week is just sort of the week where that really kicked off, and you'll see me mark that I had a bad day later on in the week. So here I am just laying down all of the full boxes, making sure I've got the right balance. The only thing that I wish I had done is to pull that green box with the reindeer on it. I wish I'd put that on the other side of the page, because there's no like fully green boxes on the other side of the page, and I have tried to balance that by using the bigger boxes in green on that side of the page. But yeah, perhaps it could have been better balanced, but I don't care. I absolutely love how it came out, and that full box with the mittens on is adorable, like one of the cutest boxes I've ever seen in my life. So I'm just trying to think. Sorry, I got really sidetracked on thinking about work. But aside from that, some lovely things did happen this week. I mean, it didn't help that I basically, the lady that I used to see quite frequently for massages, she offered me a free massage, and I missed it, and I was absolutely gutted, and I actually can't believe that happened. But she's so lovely, so I'll have to rebook with her for another time. But that just capped off, when you're having a really bad week, and it's just the one extra sort of kick in the nuts that you really didn't need. That's what that was. So going into the actual day-to-day plans, I'm just marking that I don't remember why, but I was in a bad mood this day. Then underneath that, I'm just using, so I used two sort of paintbrush swipe looking things to mark that. They are from Neddy Designs. I don't know if she's going to reopen. I really hope that she does one day, but at the moment her shop is closed, but that's where those are from, and I just thought they matched the kit really well. And I've used a character sticker from Fox and Pip, and then I've used a box from Simply Watercolour Co. It's one of her bow washi boxes. And then I've used an exercise top sticker from Miss Meow just to mark that I did some Just Dance that evening. My husband and I have been trying to get more into exercising more frequently, and just trying to generally raise our fitness level. And since I'm supposed to be, I don't feel like I'm doing a great job at the moment, but I'm supposed to be losing weight because of medical reasons. And so we're just trying to kind of get in a little bit more exercise and trying to do it in a fun way. So Just Dance, I used to love it when I was younger, and turns out I still love it now. Then I was just marking that I was watching some Poirot and doing some planning. Someone actually commented, it's quite funny, on one of my Instagram posts saying, "Oh my gosh, you watch Poirot, I love that." And it's funny because that's one of those programs that I've watched for many, many, many years. Have loved it since I was very young. And I sometimes just binge watch it. I watch episode after episode after episode, even though I've seen all of them many times, and I'll realise halfway through, oh yeah, it was that person, oh yeah, that's what happened, certainly the more recent ones in the later seasons, for sure. With those, I can't watch those as frequently as the older ones, because I've watched them so much. It's really clear in my memory exactly what happened. But yeah, I just thought that was a really funny comment. And then I was just marking that we made our own bruschetta that night. It's one of our favourite things to make as sort of a nice treat. And then we watched the hit list. Then on Tuesday, I was prepping for a new person to start. Sorry, I think I'm just constantly repositioning. I'm just looking at the video itself. I'm changing things around. I realised the pink didn't really work, so I changed it to blue. So I was putting in loads and loads of effort for the new person to start. They're doing the same job as me. I just wanted to make sure they had everything they needed and make sure it was going to be as positive of a first day as possible. So that was quite a busy day for me, just trying to do my job and also make sure that everything was ready for this new person to start the next day. Then I from watching the new season of Selling Sunset, it made me want to start it again. So I watched that quite a lot on this week. I forgot how nasty they are. Like, they really go out of their way to be so awful to each other. So I don't actually know that I'm going to be able to watch much more of it because I get so frustrated. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much more to life, but it is fascinating watching people live such a different life and lifestyle. I've always found that interesting. That's the sort of thing, like, I remember watching Tiger King and just being in complete disbelief that people exist living those kind of lives. It just blows my mind. Like, I just cannot even imagine. So yeah, been getting back into that. Then my sister, I couldn't go and see her in her school concert because they had a restriction on how many people could attend. So I just had to join the live stream. So I watched that all evening, and then I did meal prep for work. Then on Wednesday, this was when things really went horribly wrong at work, so I won't talk too much about that. But the new lady did start, and she had a really good first day, and it was just so lovely to sort of get her under my wing and all set up with all of her stuff, and we had a really lovely day getting to know each other, and she's wonderful, so I'm really looking forward to us working closely together. I think she's going to do a really, really good job. That was also the day that I missed my massage, so that's what I marked with that calendar. The day just got progressively worse and worse. It was awful. I cried a lot that day. But then thankfully the following day I had a counselling session. Throughout December I have decided to see her every week because we seem to be really making progress. So you'll see that marked a little bit more frequently. And I think I always mark it the same way. But yeah, I like how that came out. And then I had a meeting that evening to look at doing pizza deliveries on the weekend because I had to take a pay cut recently at work. So I just thought, I'd give something different a go. I've never done it before. And then we made some food at home. We made homemade satay chicken skewers. And there's a lot of early nights this week. They're not all marked, but I was tired the whole week. From Wednesday onwards, I was absolutely exhausted. Then on Friday, we just played some board games. We do that every Friday at lunchtime. It was a much better day. And then when I went home, we got takeaway and I had a bath, and that was lovely. I love my baths, and I love how I marked that with the floral deco and the wine glass sticker from Crafts by Thaowie. Saturday was almost a write-off. I didn't leave the bed apart from to go and do my first shift with the pizza deliveries, but the rest of the day I just spent it in bed. I was exhausted and I just didn't want to face the world. And then on Saturday I went out for a really wonderful brunch with some really close friends, and we were there for hours and just had such a wonderful time. And then we started to look at rescue dogs. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.